Salve discipuli. Alright, we're going to take a look at lesson 54 grammar. You guys need to watch this, listen, and take some good notes. Good quality notes in a notebook. And then you need to bring that notebook to class. Here we go. You undoubtedly remember this word, facio, facra, feci, factus. We've seen it a lot. Everybody knows that it means, that's right, to do or to make. We get English words like factory or manufacture from this. I wonder if anybody knows what two Latin words manufacture comes from. Obviously this and one other Latin word. I wonder who will remember and tell me. Anyway, so facio, facra, feci, factus means do or make. But there's something unusual about this word. It does not have normal passive forms for the present tense, imperfect tense, and future. There's no such form as facior or facimor or faciebantur, stuff like that. Even though I may have accidentally formed one of those at one point, they don't really exist. So what happens when you're trying to express this idea in the passive voice in the present, imperfect, or future tense? Well, they use a different verb that looks a little bit like this, but is clearly not the exact same thing. That word is fio, fieri, factus. And you can see the connection, right? They're obviously related. Fio, fieri, factus means, obviously, the passive versions of this, plus it has some other possible meanings. So it means be done, be made, passive versions of this. But it can also mean become or happen. Okay? So, kind of bizarre. But basically, what you need to be aware of is this word fio, fieri, factus can mean be done, be made, become, or happen. And I will show you the present tense, imperfect tense, and future tense forms of this word. Okay, so here goes. Here's fio. Fio, fieri, factus. In the present tense indicative. So this is how you say, I am done, you become, it happens, stuff like that. It goes fio, fis, fit, fimus, fitus, fiunt. Okay, notice the I throughout. Okay, the regular endings, ost, mustis, unt, that's not that weird. Okay, so this means like I become, you become, he becomes, or I am made, you are made, he is made, stuff like that. The imperfect tense indicative would be fiebam, fiebas, fiebat, fiebamus, fiebatus, fiebant. So it's just fie plus bam, bas, bat. That's not too hard. So this could mean something like I was becoming, you were becoming, she was becoming. Okay? It happened. All right? You were made. Those are all possibilities. The future indicative, since this is basically a third conjugation verb, third I stem, really, it has iam, ies, iet to show the future. So fiam, fies, fiat, fiemus, fietus, fiant. Okay, so there you go. Notice the iam, es, iet to mark future tense. I will become, you will become, he will become. Okay, now remember, I'm not asking you to memorize these yet. Just get them in your notebook. Now we move on to our subjunctives. We're going to have a present subjunctive and an imperfect subjunctive. Okay, here's your present subjunctive forms. Fiam, fias, fiat, fiamus, fiatus, fiant. Okay, this is not a major surprise because, like I said, this is third conjugation I stem. And if we think of our we beat a liar friar, all right, we have the IA. Fiam, fias, fiat, fiamus, fiatus, fiant. So I become, you become, he becomes are all subjunctive. It happens. Okay. It is made. Those are all possible translations. Finally, the last one we have to learn is our imperfect subjunctive. that looks like this. Fierem, fieres, fieret, fieremus, fieretus, fierent. Notice they all have the F-I-E-R-E stem. Then you just add MST, mustis, unt. I was becoming, you were becoming, he was becoming. Okay, so that's fio, fieri, factus. All right, which means become, happen, be made, be done. Okay, it can mean passive things like be made or be done, even though all these endings clearly look active. Okay, kind of a funky verb. All right, we're going to take a quick look at two possible uses of fio. All right, fio is kind of like the word sum. When fio means become, it's kind of like be. You know what I'm saying? Like I become smart, I am smart. It's kind of like a linking verb. So as a result, it can take a predicate nominative. In other words, a nominative can come before and after fio. All right, let's look at this first example here. Weary facti sunt. The subject is they from the NT. Weary is a nominative. Okay, so this is like they were made or they became men. All right, makes sense? And actually, I know I'm using kind of a surprise form for you guys there, so let me try something different to make it easier. How about just this? Weary fiunt. They become men. They become men. Okay. Then over here you have dux fiam. All right, dux is in the nominative. The M tells you the subject is I. Okay, so this is a predicate nominative here with dux. So this is a subjunctive, so we could say something like, let me become the leader. All right? Actually, this could also be future tense, so this could be, I will be made the leader. That's a possibility as well. Okay, but the point is, you've got the subject, you've got fio, then you've got a nominative. Let's look at one other scenario with fio that's important. Certiorem facere is an idiomatic expression. It means to make more certain. Notice the eor. Okay? When you make someone more certain, you inform them. So if I make you more certain that it is raining, I inform you that it is raining. Okay? Similarly, if we have certior fieri, which means to become more certain, all right, that means someone else is informing me. So certior fieri means to be informed. Okay? So certiorem facere is to inform. Certior fieri is to be informed. All right? Let me make this a little easier to read for you gentlemen. All right, we're almost done. So let's look at two sentences with these, and then we'll be done. So here's an example. Fecimus is we made Caesar. Here's our accusative. We made Caesar more certain. Notice these are the same case, Caesarem and Certiorem. We made Caesar more certain about the enemy. In other words, we informed Caesar about the enemy. All right? And let's try this one. Caesar certior fiebat hostes a propinquare. So fiebat's our verb, right? This is the fieri, right? This is the passive form. Certior means more certain, so certior plus the passive form is to be informed. Caesar's our subject. So Caesar certior fiebat, Caesar became more certain. In other words, Caesar was informed. And then after that we have an indirect statement. Caesar was informed that the enemies were approaching. Okay? So certiorem facere is to inform, certior fieri is to be informed. All right, hopefully you got good quality notes and you bring that with you to class when we see each other next. Waleta.